Good evening, y'all, from the Gettysburg Battlefield. It's about 7 o'clock. And I hope your day finds you smiling.
Attention! Shoulder roll.
Right. Man, I missed that reenacting.
Hello out there in TV land.
Hello out there in TV land. Lockheed Martin, thank you for the follow and welcome. Good evening.
Go behind it. Go behind the box. Always behind the box. John, follow him. Okay. Tom, take yours. Wheel right in here. Oh, shit.
Right on. Right on, man. Awesome. What's happening? How are you? I'm here. I just thought I'd take a peek at this little video real quick. And how are you? And welcome. Good. Good, good, good. I'm doing okay. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. I've never played that. We do have a friend here that does play that. I've got my rifle ready to go. Rock and roll. I miss reenacting. I never got to do Rev War here. I'm not sure if they're at Brandywine. They might be at Brandywine. That'd be cool. Awesome. I've never played that. That never shows up on my chat screen. I don't know why. I'll get it figured out. But I've been modding the shit out of this game. There we go. So I think we're about ready to engage in a siege. Pardon me. Right. Checking it once, checking it twice. Everything's looking good. And welcome again. All of you everywhere, wishing you success in the rest of your week ahead. And if you're celebrating Turkey Day tomorrow, I'm wishing you a day full of good memories. Let's see where I'm at. Powder. Shoot some powder. Forgive me. I just modified probably a dozen castle fortress scenes so that the castles, the throne rooms, aka the headquarters of the Continental Army, now look like garrison headquarters of a Continental Army, as opposed to the Colradia Castle throne room of King Harless. So I just changed those about an hour ago. Eating a big fat piece of pig and a great big stack of mashed potatoes. A stack. And I was watching Turn, Washington Spies, for the third time. It's a good series. Too bad it's all up in Long Island and not in Pensy. And so if you've ever played this before, if you're tuning in now or later, thanks for tuning in. And if you've ever played this before, you will notice a lot of changes. Welcome to the Warlord Edition. The soundtrack is completely modified. I think I did a video on my YouTube the other day, and I outlined a lot of the changes that I'd made. Sing it if you know it. Am I burning my beard? Boy, that's some good herb. Medicine. Sing it. Hey, hey, hey. Viking Simulator 1776 Freedom Edition. Vico, what's happening, buddy? How are ya? It's nice to see ya. Welcome, my friend. Sorry. Tetrahydrocannabinol microscopic pods, okay, are in tetrahydrocannabinol flowers, and they explode when they hit the chest, and that's what makes you cough. T. Vico, good to see you. Tell me about your day. I love that show, Turn, Washington Spies. I'm watching it for the third time. I'm finishing up season 1. My TV watching habits, apologies, this is very loud in my ears. And shout outs to all you subscribers. Once again, I shouted you guys out on my YouTube videos the last week. Thanks for the new headphones. They're pretty good for the price. Right on. Just about to eat myself an early Thanksgiving dinner. Awesome, dude. Happy Turkey Day to you, pal. My daughter's coming to visit. She'll be here on Friday from Washington, D.C. I usually spend holidays alone. Occasionally my daughter's able to make it for Halloween for my birthday, but this year she's going to make it for Thanksgiving. She'll be Thanksgiving Day. She'll be with her mother in D.C. and her mom's family, and then she'll be with me for the weekend. So that'll be nice for a change. Ryko, good to see you, buddy. As do I, Warlord. Ryko, I already forgot what I said. I forgot what I said that quickly. What are you referring to? And good to see you, buddy. High five. I had chili mac, dude. I love chili mac. Chili mac is so good, dude. That's good winter food. Just about to eat myself. I can't wait to get some turkey. So we will buy our turkey on Friday after Thanksgiving. They'll all be on sale. And if they don't have a turkey, I'll get a goose or a duck or something. Or whatever my kid wants. She might just want to make salmon. Sending holidays alone. It's for me too, man. Right on. Dude, you're always welcome to come down. I'll send you a train ticket. We'll have to plan that sometime, Ryko, if you want to come and kick it for a holiday. Oh, we will. Well, Friday, Dr. Greenbuds has given me a ride to DC to pick up my daughter. We'll probably be streaming. I don't know what we'll be streaming. My daughter could comment heavily on this time period. My daughter's an expert in historical fashion for this time period and for the Civil War. She's been doing this reenacting since she started reenacting before I did. True story. So yeah, she would actually have a lot to say about Thanksgiving. She'd have a lot to say on live stream here on our channel about this time period in this game. She always surprises me with the facts that she knows, and I'm like, where'd you hear that? And she's like, I read in a book. Books, Dad. Books, Dad. Right on. You love Chinese history. My ex-wife was a sociologist and archaeologist, and her specific area of study was ancient Chinese history. But she did archaeological digs on the East Coast. Colonial stuff. But that's what she studied, my ex-wife. Was ancient Chinese history, not that must have been so interesting to have lived there in Victorian era China. Ryko. Thank you, Vico, for the nice words. And thank you, Ryko, for the nice words. And Chili Mac sounds good. And so I modded the shit out of this, you guys. I just modded all the castles. Dude, you really got me. You surprised me. You really got me. I was like, what the fuck is that? You guys see her, I'm hearing impaired. It doesn't matter if I have headphones on. I don't know where that sound came from at all. So when I hear a sound, I can't place it to... I actually have to see it. And so I heard that horn and I'm like... You know, it's still a good one. Right on. You guys are fun. You guys, look at you guys. Thanks for coming in. I've been trying to live stream, but I've been so damn tired I've been wiped out. My TV watching habits, I was saying. I'm somebody who watches one episode of something, usually a documentary, with dinner, and that's about it. That's all the TV I watch. I'm usually working, trying to do something creative. I'm usually wondering what you guys' lives are like and how your day... I'm picturing you in my mind. I'm picturing Reiko out in the woods. He's throwing hatchets at trees. Generous offer. Not... I cannot leave... Oh, right. Critters. Right on. Fuck yeah. Dude, I'll come visit you. Just chain me to the porch in case it gets really windy. The Qing Dynasty in the 1850s, 1860s occurred, the deadliest civil war in human history. No shit. I didn't know China had a civil war at that time period. My ex-wife would. Oh yeah, man. Dude, I'll show you my scar. Dude, you guys, I got a scar. You'll never be able to see it unless I take a high-def picture. I got a big scar right through there, right? Fucking knife went right through my wrist. Right? That shit hurt. It was about 30 years ago, man, and I had a freaking big old Bowie knife. Went right through my wrist. And you know how that shit happened? Ryko knows how that shit happened. I threw this... We were throwing knives at a camp out, me and my cousins, and we're drinking. We have a school bus, and we got our freaking tents out and shit. Probably on Dead Tour for the summer. And so we were throwing Bowie knives at these big old trees at the campsite. And the butt end, how's my sound? I hope I'm not too loud. Is my voice too loud? Hopefully it's not. The butt end hit the tree, and I saw that bitch coming back at me like slow motion kung fu theater. And I was like, oh fuck. And so I flipped to the side as quick as I could to try to dodge out of the way, but it still got me right in the arm. It still got me right in the wrist, man. And so I go into the emergency room. I said, nah, man, I got to go to the hospital. This shit's squirting blood, right? And so we go into the hospital. I get on the emergency room table, and they got my hand all wrapped off and shit right here on my wrist. Right? It has like a gnarly vein sticking out of it and shit, like it got punctured and shit. You guys are going to die laughing. This is the best part. There's always an upside to every downside. And so the doctor walks in. The doctor walks in. He's about 6'6". He's this big, tall Jamaican guy. Short hair, clean cut, white frock, but he's Jamaican. He took one look at me. I had dreadlocks. I had a beard like this. I'm like 20, right? Something like that. I was like 20. He walks in. He takes one look at me. I got like a tie-dye on. And he goes, he's looking. He's like, we'll get you fixed up right, man. No shit. He goes, we'll get you fixed up right away. He goes, you won't be feeling that pain in no time, my friend. He goes, aye, Ray, brother. And he like knew right where I was coming from. And we're in a small rural town in cornfields. And here walks this Jamaican doctor in the middle of nowhere. We'll get you fixed right up, brother. Yeah, I did not expect that at all, because everybody back there is named Johansson and stuff, right? Dude, I'd love to see that, man. I love that. I made some videos of my different collections and stuff, and my guns and my rifles and my uniforms and whatnot. Penguin's going to come visit Gettysburg sometime, and we're going to get him set up, probably doing Union artillery. I'll get him hooked up with the first Pensy, man. Knives and guns and cool old antiques. Let's go shoot some. You guys, thanks for the chat. Check him out. Check out Lockheed Martin. Lockheed Martin, are you otherwise known as Stormtrooper? The guy who started the Civil War and the King was a guy named... Because you and Stormtrooper always, you talk about the very same interesting subject matter. Boy, that was a good joint. After this, he declared himself the second coming of Jesus, and a giant civil war sparked. Holy shit. Man, I'll tell you what, man. I used to see God all the time. I quit taking mushrooms. I remember correctly, he tried 4 times to get a government position in the Qing Dynasty. No kidding. Yeah, man, that's hardcore. But anything's possible. Anything's possible. Maybe he was telling the truth. And people say, I give the benefit of the doubt. So this weekend, my daughter will bring me Scandinavian goodies from the international market in Washington, D.C. I can't wait. We're going to have Viking candy and shit. Started playing 1257 as the Welsh. Oh, dude, that's tough. That's really tough, man. You got a good challenge ahead of you. Get Belk into Welsh lore and history again. Yeah, those are really great troops. I always try to ally the Scottish, the Welsh, and the Irish against the English in 1257. That's what I always try to do. The Welsh, man, they got it hard. They got it tough. I try to build those alliances with Scotland and Ireland. But I was always playing from the Irish or Scottish perspective, and I tried to always help and aid Wales, and then thereby, pardon me, burp, thereby building up relationship points with them by aiding them, and then keep, building alliance, because England's tough. England and France are tough. I love 1257, man. I'm still working on my Teutonic mini mod and my Mongolian mini mod. I just have to be in the mood for the time period. And thanks for listening to what I have to say, you guys. So this is my 4th restart. You guys have already seen the changes. If you guys have ever played 1776 American Revolutionary mod by Gerald Juro, apologies. Right on, so you see the screen differences. So I've been polishing this up a little bit, and this needs a lot of work. Of any mods or games that I've modded or mini-modded or polished up, this needs the most work. But I may indeed pursue it. It needs a lot of work. And I think we are going to besiege Ottawa. I think that's where we're headed. Von Steuben is our marshal. So let's take a tour. Screens are all different. In the meantime, I borrowed my screens that I made for American Civil War mod. And by the way, King, the wonderful mod dev who's continuing his awesome work on the American Civil War mod, has asked me to contribute to that mod. So I'm going to be an official contributor to that mod. I'll be doing probably all the screens, font, textures, things like that, buttons. Now, what I do with the any upcoming work that I do with American Civil War mod will be brand new, fresh. I've never done it before. I've never created it. It would be something brand new that no one's ever seen. So I'll make some truly unique screens specifically for American Civil War mod, just for King. And he asked, I offered if he ever wanted to use my assets. But for that American Civil War mod, I'll make something brand spanking new from fresh and scratch. These are the old ones that I used for that mod, and I easily just threw them in here, and it fits the time period pretty well. So that bandit lair, we failed. I got shot right in the freaking neck. I did. We almost wiped him out. I got it on videotape. I videotaped about a half a dozen battles. I'll throw them on YouTube in high def. And I've managed to be able to create much high quality videos this week. I've been a busy bee. What did I miss? Have you ever played Total War Medieval 2? I haven't played much Total War at all. You guys are all Total War guys. I played Total War. How's that music sound, y'all? Too loud? Because it's loud for me. I played Total War. Jefferson's Fiddle. I played Total War. I know it's louder for me than it is for you guys. My test recordings say so. I played Total War. It must have been, my gosh, more than 10 years ago. And the reason I played it is because they had a Viking expansion, Viking DLC for it. And back then, it was so very basic. It was so very point and click. These days, I watch Penguin, King Penguin, our moderator. Penguin's been on our channel since the beginning. And Penguin just streamed the other day. But I like watching him play Total War. First of all, he's in his last year of college. He's a history student. He's going to be a history professor. And he gives really good commentary. And so I watch you guys play Total War. You guys are amazing that play Total War. Total War is cool. But with my disabilities these days, I can't keep up with that much stuff on the screen. Warband's my speed, you know. But I love watching you guys play it. I may play Total War Empires because it has Rev War. I'd love to watch you guys stream that anytime. And I didn't answer your question. I'm such a freaking dunce. Sorry, Vico. Oh, Scotland and Denmark. Dude, did you hang out on Penguin's channel when he's streaming that? Medieval 2, he plays all of them. But I watch him play strategy games. You guys play, if you guys stream that stuff, I love to tune into it. I love to tune into it and see that. Myself, I don't know. I think I would find that a bit challenging. My games are getting more basic as my MS progresses. I don't know. Oh, apologies. You know what? I bet you I got them like this. Nope, I bet you it's this. There you go. Damn, some things I remember, huh? Yeah, you guys all know each other. You guys all know each other. The font is new. The ground textures are new. All the textures in the entire game. All the textures in the entire game have been optimized. The buttons are all new. These are king shillings. Buttons are all new. Screens are all new. Ground textures new. Fonts new. All the banners are new. I'll show you guys some banners and I'll explain what I did. If you guys watched my YouTube videos, I've already gone over all this in a video. But you can modify your banners. So I modified all these banners except for the Indian ones on the right bottom. And no, what you're looking at here isn't historically accurate. But I had to rescale these banners so that when you're looking at the world map, then they're historically accurate. Otherwise, the way that the previous banners were completely funky. They were like backwards and stuff. And so I had to tediously figure out which way to scale in which directions, which made some of these flags historically inaccurate, but yet on the world map, they look super. They look historically accurate. So right on. I'll show you what other ones I did. Those. Right on. So I threw some good old colonial flags in here. Bottom right are the ones that I did. And these ones that are 2D, I'll texture those so they have some texture on them. They'll look much better. The join or die, rock and roll. That's our banner. So let's go, go, go. And we got custom commander options. You guys know the drill. Awesome, awesome. And so that's what I've got it set at. Cool beans. I love fog. I need to ask Mercator's probably the person to ask. I want a script where I can throw it in my scripts or wherever it goes that will leave the fog on 50% all the time. I love that mist on the overworld map. It looks awesome. But you guys know the drill. PBOD. The view death cam controls are still limited in any event. Rock and roll. And so we have that extra party inventory. Super awesome. We got our gear. Yep. Everybody's favorite warlord. Our brooding romantic hero of the day, my ancestor Ben Tunget, with Captain Woods, 4th Kentucky Rifles. And he fought from this war to Napoleonic. He would have been an old man in Napoleonic days. And these days he would have, oh, rotten shit. So that's that. I'm just looking around. I love the artwork that the original mod developer added. The compass, I put a new compass in here, down at the bottom left. So rock and roll. We are with, ooh, the enemy's right there. Red Wolf. Our hero. Awesome, awesome. Screens, character, awesome. So this is our 4th restart, and I'm gonna have to restart it again. But it's Thanksgiving and I missed you guys, and I wanted to stream a little bit and show off a little bit of the stuff that I've done, but it's far from done. And I'm gonna have to restart again because you guys know the drill. Every time I change a bunch of troops, every time I change a bunch of scenes, I've changed at least 3 dozen scenes in this mod. I replaced all the old, not all of them, but the scenes that we will be interacting with. I got rid of all the old Calradia King Harless throne room crap, and I put in scenes that were done, that look colonial, that these guys already made. And so I replaced the stupid scenes, the Calradia scenes, with the cool colonial scenes. And so that's what I've been working on all week, right? Between breaks. Scarlett Johansson and the lap dances and all that's been keeping me busy, and the barefoot servants with the dates and the figs and the big banana leaves fan and me reciting the tale of Alibaba. It's been a good time. Rock and roll. The screen, cool beans. So these will work for this mod, and we are going to besiege. Right now we are merkin. We're merkin for the other King George, George Washington. And so we're merking for England, or not England, we always fight for England. We're merking for the United States. We don't have enough renown for a vassalage. We got 62. We are at war, and I think we just re-signed our mercenary contract maybe 5 days ago. So we just had peace. We just ensued peace. We just engaged in peace. We just smoked a peace pipe with the other King George. So we're at peace with Great Britain. We're at war with Spain, and we are at war with Chickasaw. We just had peace with everybody else, so we're probably not going to get a war with the other guys for maybe a week. Oh, no kidding, Vico. I played the original Mount and Blade, not for long, because then Warband came out. But I played the original Mount and Blade because I wanted to play Last Days of the Third Age, which was, that mod was originally for the original Mount and Blade. But then right after I got Mount and Blade, the original, Warband came out like probably within a month. I wasn't all that impressed with the original Mount and Blade at all. But frankly, it was one of the newest, coolest things that I saw out there that was along the lines of what I wanted to play. But I wanted to show you guys what's going on. I did rename the province of Quebec. I did rename the Dutch provinces. You see this, I'll address that. And that's an easy fix. And so that's easy to fix. Iroquois Nation, instead of whatever these guys were named, they were named something else. I changed them to Nation, Cherokee Nation, Chickasaw Nation, Choctaw Nation, Iroquois Nation. It had a different name. I forget what the name was, but I changed it in any event. I added a couple of different people. John Graves Simcoe. John Graves Simcoe, Vico. Who else do we put in here? I put a bunch of interesting people in here, as we shall see. Yeah, so I changed some of the heroes up. I put some custom companions in, just like I always do. In any event, without further gilding of the lily, let's go talk to von Steuben. And boy, the History Channel had some really bad things to say about von Steuben. I was surprised that they had I'm surprised they had the Yarbles to say what they did. But they did. Bad little Daleks. Oh, dude, he is fucking that actor. Pardon to my French. I know you speak French. But that actor, he is a phenomenal actor. To pull that off, he has got to be one of the villains. I'm 54 years old. I've been remembering lately. He's got to be one of the villains, man. Like right up there with Jack Palance. I mean, I'll never forget John Graves Simcoe from Turn. He's one of the baddest villains to go down in history. And rumor is, a friend of mine who's a professor that you guys have probably seen in some of my videos, states that Simcoe later in life, after the war, did a complete 180, and he became a model citizen. He became a charitable, kind-hearted person. Apparently he became an angel, like, after the war. He had this total turnaround. It's a friend of mine says, and I trust what he tells me. There is Queen's Rangers in here. Oh, and you can rename your party. You can rename your party. When I get my assets and shit all done, I'll send you guys a link so you can download the original and then throw my stuff over top the original. I'm spacing, sorry. We're going to besiege this place, and we're at war with these guys. I wonder why they're not attacking. On an offensive operation. And so we're going to sit at the enemy's town. Did we besiege it? It's not under siege. We have enemies sitting right there, and they're going to swell their forces. And right now, we could take them. But we're going to kick it with the Marshal. Savant Stuyvesant's the Marshal. We are Minutemen. I customized some troops as well. I'll show you what we got. We got George Rogers Clark himself. So Big Ben, my clock is ticking, named after my actual ancestors. You guys can look him up. You guys can actually look him up, my ancestor, on the U.S. government's Revolutionary War site. It's pretty cool. It's right off the National Park Service. It's part of the Soldiers and Sailors database. If you guys are looking for your ancestors, that's the place you want to be. The National Park Service Soldiers and Sailors database. You'll find your ancestors. And so that's where you'll find Ben Tunget, my ancestor. Captain Wood's 4th Kentucky Rifles, who fought in the Battle of New Orleans, etc., etc. George Rogers Clark, American folk hero. And so he leveled up. Anna Strong, our favorite girl from Turn, right? So I threw Anna Strong in there. She's kicking ass. I gave her grenades. Now we just call her nades. He's still working on a lot of his skills. He's still working his way up. Good coffee. It's almost cocoa time. I got clean jammies on. I'm a happy camper. Keep that tobacco rolling. Let's go. What you need, son? He needs that strength up there, doesn't he? He needs more hit points, more agility. He needs a lot of everything. These Lexington militia, I put these guys in here. The Philadelphia Dragoons were broken. These guys are running around like a bunch of shirtless tough guys, man. These guys are freaking cruising up the siege ladder. They ain't taking shit from nobody. They got their nipples out. They're ready to freaking rock and roll. They're ready to kill the enemy. You should have seen them. Totally brave. They'll just rip their uniforms off and they just siege in. So I gave them some jackets. Now they're happy. I gave them some cool boots. Now they're solid. They actually have weapons to go sieging now. And so I customized some of the troops and made them Lexington militia. Awesome. I changed some of the town names and some of the Indian names. Let's get some more Philly Dragoons. We need that cav. Some of the Indian names sounded like spaghetti sauce from Sicily. Indeed. So I changed most of the Indian names to real Indian names. You know, Dances with Wolves. Where are we at? Right on. So all the Lexington troops, I customized those guys. I've gone over the entire Continental troop tree. Now what you're seeing is, for example, the Morgan's Rangers. I've already modded these guys, but they're not showing us what I've modded yet because I need to start a new game. Once I start a new game, these guys are even going to be more customized than you're going to see tonight. You'll really see how specific. You'll be able to tell whose troops are whose troops. You'll know which troops are your sharpshooters. You know which troops are your civilians. You know which troops are your Continentals. So we'll see a little bit less of the buckskin shirts, etc., given the year. Right on. So you guys get the idea, man. Awesome. Look at him. Let's go, go, go. Who's going to die? He's going to die. Let's catch him. Red Wolf. What a bunch of barbarian dragoons. Yeah, you know, it's just, I love this time period, but there's nothing out there for me. There's one game that I'm going to be streaming soon, and it's this time period, but it's not RPG. There's no ongoing campaign. There's no interaction with other NPCs. Hope that music's not too loud. Right on. 436 troops. I doubled the sizes of all the garrisons. So the towns are double the garrison size. I will be probably doubling the... I'll be doubling the hit points of the uniforms. I have already balanced out almost all the weapons. Almost all the weapons I've balanced out. And so you'll have a Kentucky long rifle, which might have a little bit better accuracy than the, and I forget the manufacturer's name. It starts with a C or a G, who made the 1776. And so there's a very few slight differences. Most pistols are equal across the board. Most muskets are equal across the board. Most rifles are equal to other rifles, and most carbines are equal to other carbines. So what it boils down to is it weighs more heavily on the statistics and the skills of the NPCs and the player and the companions, as opposed to one army having a world-changing weapon. You know what I mean? And so I've gone through, and I always do that. I balance a lot of things out. Handheld weapons, I've made them, all of them, between 30 and 35, 30, 36 for most handheld weapons. Daggers, smaller weapons are under 30, usually hanging around 25. And so I like to bump a lot of things up. I love just getting killed every few minutes. There was a kid in, and I need to do something about this. We're going to have like 20 screens. It's just like Britain Walda. And so I can put something in where those screens aren't popping up all the time, and we will get messages down in the bottom left instead. And that would be beneficial. Looks like we're going to Green Mountain. Right on. Thank you, Vico. I always wonder, because my hearing sucks. But I test my stream, but it always boils down to actually being live and saying, hey man, can you hear me now? Francis Marion, Swamp Fox. Look, it's Mel Gibson, guys. Don't ever say I never took you anywhere and you never met anyone famous. Holy shit. Swamp Fox, he's got free Chinese food for everybody. Let's go, go, go. Where are we going? General Pulaski. Great Polish hero. So where are we headed? So it looks like he ditched on his idea to besiege Ottawa. Another home of the Potawatomi. I fixed Savannah. Savannah was a mess. Savannah was like all Vagar, and like the tavern had the Vagar castle scene. Yeah, the tavern was the Raven tavern scene, and the castle scene were like switched in Savannah, and so now it's Savannah. So let's go in and grab some grub, take a look around. And so I think I fixed Savannah yesterday. I can't remember what it looks like on the outside. It should be groovy. Right on. Got a bunch of Dutch folks down here. I have a double-barreled musket. No shit. It does 150 damage split out between two shots. So right on. Most of the scenes, this was originally an Albany scene, obviously, right? Heavily Dutch. Welcome to Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania by way of New York. Yep, he's going table dancing at the bondage bar. He is. Costumes that I don't fancy, I'll get rid of. He looks great. Even with the vanilla boots, he looks awesome. Kick ass. These Continentals look bitchin'. Good deal. A lot of the ladies are broken. When you start up a new game, they will not assign their textures and meshes correctly, and so it's defaulting to the vanilla Warband. And so I'm in the process of fixing that. And she won't look like that. You know? I don't want to see anything, any costumes that are vanilla Warband. Now this stuff, that's a different story. Alright, this stuff's magic freaking beef right there. You can't beat the magic beef. That shit's better than turkey. Yeah, it is. Look at that. It's a flying fish, I'm telling you. You got to put some fire in there. So, you know, this was a work in progress that was never finished. And I'd love to do a little bit of work on it to enjoy it. And this tavern works. It's had some modifications. We don't have any books yet. We could use some books. That's what I need. That's all I can spend. You see that shine on that texture? That needs to be addressed. These textures were processed incorrectly. So this could be a complete mod with just a little bit of time and a little bit of work. This mod could be done. It's Rev War. Man, it's a real shame that there's not more French and Indian War and more colonial PC games out there. What better way for young people and children especially to learn history and be inspired to learn more history? And that's how I inspired my daughter and set her on that path. I used technology, media, video games. Right on. They ain't got no grub. We got enough grub. We're all right. I'll give them that rotten beef. That should help. Now the troops is interesting. So this is where we get all of our custom troops. This is, it works, but it doesn't. I'll explain. So I have, I think, about 18, let's say I have 20,000 coin.
Now I am the master.
Tritty! Hey, buddy.
You are in my power.
Happy Thanksgiving to you, too. Before I forget, thank you, big hugs. If I have 20,000 coin, if I have 20,000 shillings, I can spend all that 20,000 on buying any number of these different unique units, okay? The thing is, I can keep spending 5,000 shillings on Morgan's Rangers even after, I'm sorry if I'm yelling, even after I've run out of coin. If you have zero coin, you can come in and recruit endlessly. So it's broken, but it's not. You can still get troops, but you're going to spend every last coin that you have. But when you get down to 0 coin, you can still max out your rank and file at no cost. So it's broken, but it's not. It's helpful. It's something that I'm not going to complain about. I'll spend all of my dough, but I'll get a good contingent of good soldiers. So I thought I would point that out before anybody goes and blows all their coin. That it is broken to a degree. Tritty, how are you? Tell me about your day. And thank you for that subscription, sir. I think you're a sir. I'm not really sure. It's all good. My name is Daryl, and I'm not even from your planet. So that's that, you guys. The castle should be fixed, okay? So I've taken the time the past week. Dr. Greenbuds has stopped by and checked on me, and he saw me working on this stuff. So we will no longer see any King Harless's throne room. And I've done about a third. I've finished about a third of this, a third. So this is what we will see, as opposed to a vanilla Warband Calradia castle. And there's still things that need work, like those lanterns need to be addressed. That stuff needs to be fixed. I'm not real cozy with those chairs. They're a little too King Henry, you know? But rock and roll. And so I started going through this stuff and getting rid of the old Svadian castles. I've been working on so many mods, man, but I just started playing this, and it's half done. And so I wanted to try to finish some more of it, you know? I wanted to try to finish some more of it. And so, rock and roll. And it always gives me a little bit of time for the time that I spent. Let's stick with von Steuben. Ground textures are new. The compass, I changed the compass. What's happening, Tritty? I am, sir. Just finished up work. Enjoy some time off. See, I'm alive. I am. Headbanging to this tune. Right on, Vico. It's always quieter for you guys than it is for me. I need to get my levels balanced out somehow. Oh, dude, he's gonna go for San Juan again. These guys have a boner for San Juan, I'm telling you. They keep going back and forth with the San Juan. They're attacking Spain. They're gonna go back to San Juan. We'll take it. It's probably got 100 troops in it. We fought over San Juan like 10 times, and we're way south. We are so far south. And it's such a waste of time. These islands, I'd love to round these off. Those look terrible. Right on. Especially Nassau. Cool beans. You know? We have the skills, and we have all of the assets to make a Mountain Blade Warband full conversion mod of the entire planet Earth, our Earth history, from the beginning of time up to today. It's totally possible. If everybody in the community pooled their resources, they could make that happen. That would blow away Bannerlord. The whole world, perpetual time, Warband, real Earth time, real world. So yeah, we can go to Veracruz. You guys want to go get some avocados? Some carne asada, senor. Only drink beer when you're there. So check it out, guys. I've got my eye on, I would love to see a Battle of the Americas. I was working on, and I'm still working on, the 16th century mod, but I heavily modified all of the Aztecs, Incas, Mayans, and I redid all of those troop trees. I redid new textures for their armors and everything, and it's cool, it's fun. I redid the soundtrack, but a lot of that needs so much work. I'm unwilling to do any more of it except for the Americas, because that's what I'm playing in. I'm playing the Indians against the Spanish. It's bitchin', it's fun, man, going up in those temples. I don't know if you remember me streaming that. You should make a video listing everywhere you are working on and finished. Thank you, Tritty. That's a good idea. I like that. Because that's what, and you guys don't see me. It's because I'm sick as fuck. But I'm chilling right here. Dr. Greenbud stops by. FBI lady stops by to check on me. Dr. Greenbud is giving me a ride to DC to get my kid. So we have the Great White North. Right? Santee, the Lakota, Toronto. I want Fort Niagara. I'd like to take Fort Niagara. Our very first siege was Toronto for this little playthrough. I'm going to have to restart this playthrough. I redid, you guys, if you saw my YouTube video, I redid almost every city of the Continentals. Boston wasn't done. There was a lot of stuff that, these are the most important cities. This is the most important part. This is where the majority of this conflict took place. And this stuff was the most unfinished. It surprised me. Baltimore wasn't touched. It was Colorado, Philly, George Washington. New York was okay. And so in any event, long story short, I addressed that. Albany was perfect. Albany's awesome. I didn't have to do a thing to it. So right on, we got Montreal's being held by the British. So we have our work cut out for us, right? The British have Quebec. Province of Quebec has Ottawa. Just my graphics changes and music changes and stuff, you know. You guys always ask yourselves, and I want you guys to never forget, if you guys never remember a damn thing I've ever said to you, I want you to remember one thing. Always ask yourselves in any scenario that you're in, always ask the question, wouldn't it be better if? In any scenario, wouldn't it be better if? Wouldn't it be better if that texture is a little greener? Wouldn't it be better if I could put Popeye in a cartoon with Bugs Bunny? And so I did. Wouldn't it be better if? Wouldn't it be better if there was no hunger, war, strife? Wouldn't it be better if I had pizza right now? I'm full. I was gonna puke all day, man. My stomach was turning all day. But I had a big fat piece of pig. I had some taters. I'm feeling better. It's been tough for me to get on and stream. And thank you, Tritty, for saying that. It's nice to see that I'm live. Because when I eat, my body doesn't process iron like most people's. And so the iron doesn't process through my liver. It damages me instead. I'm rusting from the inside out since the day I was born. I have much worse illnesses than MS. And so that shit weighs me down, man. It makes me tired. I'm like, fuck. And so I've had a really hard time staying awake. And then narcolepsy's kicking my ass. Listen to me whine. Who's got some cheese? May the gloom find you smiling. Wouldn't it be better if? We stayed away from this stupid fort. We've taken this damn thing 6 times. So we'll shoot some powder. And so the weapons are all doubled in strength and damage. The bullet speed, the mini ball speed, the bullet speed is the same. The speeds were fine. The loading speeds, I bumped them up probably 30%, maybe 50%. The loading speeds of all the rifles in every mod I've ever played in Warband are too slow. I've got a rifle sitting right there to prove it. That I've fired in battle with thousands of freaking reenactors, man, 1,000 times. You guys will hear reenactors say, I've been reenacting for 20 years. I haven't. I've been reenacting maybe 10, maybe 15. The difference is this. Most reenactors do 6 events a year. I do 35 since day one. I live in Gettysburg. If you live in Gettysburg, you're reenacting every weekend. The point is those guns, you guys are in battle, man. You got the freaking, you can see the elephant. You can hear the elephant. He's breathing down your freaking neck. Holy shit, here they come. And you're reenacting, but man, your hair's going up on the back of your neck and up on your arms. You got thousands of guys coming at you. There's gunpowder so thick in the air, you can't see past your hand, but you can see the flashes and the smoke coming at you. That's the elephant. Don't fear the elephant. Be the elephant. No shit. And guess what? You'll start firing those guns 3 times as fast, even though you're reenacting. You forget you're reenacting. Holy shit. That's the elephant. Now you guys know what the elephant is if you didn't already. Nothing like the fresh smell of gunpowder in the morning on the Gettysburg battlefield. We're gonna have 20 screens. All right. I'm gonna swap out my rifle. So dig this. I got a good cutlass. I like that. Oh, the pirate assets in here are great. They got the pirate assets. They're not mine. With the mod, I swear the character, because I've never seen it. I played this back in the day when it came out for like a week and it was hardly touched, and so I abandoned it. You get these pirate mods in here. You look like Captain freaking Hook, man, or like Captain Morgan from the rum bottle. You look like Captain Hook from like Disney. It looks fucking awesome. It looks so cool. Oh, it's a riot. You can like deck yourself out like a Disney pirate. It's awesome. They're really, really, really good textures. I've never seen them before. That's what I was doing. I spaced. So dig it. This double-barreled musket, the accuracy sucks. It's great, man. I can take cavalrymen right off their horses. No more missing them with trying to get them with my freaking sabers, right? Boom, double-barreled muskets. I get 2 shots, and then it ends up being 150p. But the accuracy is really bad. So I'm taking that Kentucky long rifle's got a 95 accuracy. So I'm going to take that into battle because I'll get better shots. The damage on those well-made musket cartridges, 60, plus the 100 from my Kentucky, you're dead meat. One shot, that's 160 hit points. You're gone, one shot. So you guys see I balance these out. Originally, I think the ranged piercing for these was maybe 50 or 60. I doubled it. You get hit with the mini ball, you're done. That's it. I want to get Dr. Greenbutts to take me out to the range up here in the Blue Ridge, up in the Appalachians, and take my guns out. We can shoot some shit and we can see how much damage they can do. Yeah, you're shooting a big freaking, almost the size of a golf ball. In any event, let's get in. The pistols, I like to load up with 2 pistols because then I can get off 2 shots before I have to reload. Get out of that emergency situation. But I need something for this siege. I need something with some accuracy. I'm going to be shooting from a distance. So let's stick with our general. And thank you for having me, you all. Gracias, you guys. Check this out. See, this is, right? Change that into a pirate ship. You can go to the pirate ship. We can buy a boat. Oh, the ship assets in this, right, that came with this, I didn't do them. The ship assets look really cool. I want to take these ship assets out of here and put them in 1257. They look great. The ships look really cool. These ships in here are probably the best looking ships I've seen from this old mod. And I've never seen those. And I do mean the icons, the overland map icons. The overland, that's the only script error, and I need to track that down. And it's some courtship event where some lord needs to go and pay his fancy romancy to the lady of his dreams, and it's not clicking. By the way, y'all, if you are interested in this wonderful music, this music is from the Mount Vernon collection, and I'm very familiar with Mount Vernon, and I'm hoping that we can get down there. I went to my brother-in-law's wedding at Mount Vernon and got drunk with the ambassador to Tunisia. I think I told you guys that. It was a hot summer day. In any event, the album, this is called Jefferson's Fiddle. And so it's selections from Monticello, apologies. But the music is from the Mount Vernon collection. But it's selections that Jefferson actually played and enjoyed that we'll mostly be listening to tonight, with the exception of the Green Mountain Boys song. So if you guys are interested in the tunes, you can find it on YouTube, Jefferson's Fiddle. When you find Jefferson's Fiddle, you'll find the rest. And the very nice, uplifting, inspirational tunes. We'll do something about this. That's oh shit, burgers, General, we're going in. Oh, for those of us who are about to die. We don't have any Marines yet. I need to make sure these guys are all infantry. My sharpshooters, what I'm doing with this, infantry, sharpshooters, cab, and civilians. What's this guy? Line infantry. Frontier sharpshooter, that works. My cav's gonna be pretty useless. They got some carbines. Let's see who's doing what. On the Queen's Rangers kits, the backpack texture is broken. It's not showing. There's 2 of the French uniforms that the textures are not showing, so I'll replace them with ones that work. Simple fix. Just replace them. I won't make new textures or nothing. Let's rock and roll. Ready to go, go, go. We're going to kick some ass. Holy shit, we're going to die. And so our fabric is what? 14 hit points? It sucks. So I'm going to double the hit points of the uniforms. We're gonna die. We're gonna die. Go, you bastards. Go, move it, move it, move it, move it. Oh man, these guys got shit in their britches. Let's go, go, go. Move it, boys. Oh, you bastard, he's gonna push me off the ladder, you punk. What a mess. Silly. Oh, this stupid fort. We keep fighting over this dumb fort. Now the Spanish are just going to take it back. Stick with the Marshal. This reminds me so much of Persistent Frontier. Oh, Penguin, what's happening? What's happening, buddy? Persistent Frontier. For Warband, because I'd never played that, Penguin. And hey, hey, hey. Persistent Frontier. I never got to play it, Penguin. I'm modding the shit out of this, Penguin, when I'm done with it, if you're interested in playing my mod. I'm remodding. I'm trying to finish some of this old 1776 mod. This was based on the, what was it, 1755 Old Frontier mod, but this is heavily unfinished, but I've been finishing it the past couple of weeks. And thanks for the fun stream the other day, Penguin. Thanks for the fun stream, dude. Sing it, you guys. Come on, sing it. Oh, you know you want it. Come on, Penguin. Sing, Penguin. Sing, Penguin. Good to see you, buddy. Oh, you guys just had to laugh your asses off, didn't ya? Rock and roll. What's happening? Take a break. That was silly, wasn't it? That was like no siege at all, right? Yeah. Of course it is. Of course it is. Of course it's Barry Lyndon. Of course it is. Right on. I love Barry Lyndon. I love the soundtrack. I love the Barry Lyndon. I was so sick. It was like 30 years ago, and I got pneumonia really bad. I had the flu for like a week. And my buddy stopped by, and he brought me Barry Lyndon. And he says, well, you're sick. He goes, you got plenty of time. He goes, watch this. He goes, you'll love it. Yeah, right on. Good to see you, Penguin. Persistent Frontier. Hello, hello. Good to see you guys. I need to get some tea. I'm out of drinks. I have a big dog bite in my legs, but I can make it to the fridge. My chair's sitting here. I'm getting a new wheelchair soon. Compliments of my dear lifelong friends. Barry Lyndon it is. That didn't show up, huh? I don't know why when I do that it doesn't show up in my chat on screen. Boom. There we go. When I do those alerts with exclamation marks, a lot of times they won't show up in my chat on the screen. Hey, 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 and welcome you all. You guys, thanks for stopping in. It's nice to see you all. Penguin, it's nice to see you, Belle. Thanks for the fun stream the other day. That was nice, the Hearts of Iron. And I do remember you playing. You were further up north, I believe. The last time I saw you streaming that. Vico and Shritty, nice to see ya. And Lockheed Martin and Lord Ryko. All you guys tonight. Thanks for being thoughtful. Man, that poor cigar. I'm going to put something on for you guys. I need to go and get some tea. Enjoy the video. I think you will. I'll be right back, guys.
The smoothbore musket was the standard weapon for both armies or both sides during this war, whether it was Patriot and Loyalist militia, Continental soldiers, British regular troops, or German Hessian troops. The basic use, style, and technique for fighting was exactly the same, whether you are holding a gun that was made in the United States, or in Germany, or in England, or from France. Even before the French had officially allied with the United States, they were already smuggling thousands of weapons and supplies to the United States to help us fight the British. So here in Valley Forge, the early British guns that the Americans were using were slowly being replaced with these French model muskets. So, vive la France. Unlike the militia soldiers or hunters that would use powder horns and pour and measure out the powder, everything would be preloaded in wrapped paper cartridges with the ammunition on the top and a fixed load of powder at the bottom. You would hold those cartridges in cartridge boxes like this, which would have various openings and holes that would secure each one. And then you would keep it wrapped up and covered in a nice, hopefully waterproof container like this cartridge box. You would reach in, take out one of those paper cartridges, and tear them open. You would then proceed to pour some of the black powder into this one pan. Close the pan so that the powder wouldn't fall out. Take the rest of the powder and the paper wadding, and the rest of the ammunition, which not only include a ball, but often a couple bits of 22 caliber buckshot in an American combat load. Fill it into the muzzle of the gun, making sure that it seats all the way down to the breech. You would take out a ramrod and ram it down. Return the rammer back to its position so that you don't lose or damage it. That's vital. And now the gun was ready to fire. To fire the gun, you pull the hammer back to full cock, level the gun, and when you pulled the trigger, the flint that would be in place of the wood that we have here for safety would scrape against the steel plate, send sparks down into the powder that you had poured into the pan, setting it alight. Some of the flame from that powder would go through a tiny touch hole in the breech of the gun and set off the main charge. That's one shot. You want to shoot it again, you have to start all over. Being able to do this routinely and quickly was one of the primary issues of training for the American and British and German armies. It takes discipline, it takes constant drill to do this properly, so that when you are in the chaos and noise of battle, you can still do this efficiently. There were rifles used on both sides, the American long rifle probably being the most famous, but most guns were smoothbores, so think of them as combat shotguns. Their accuracy beyond 50 yards was relatively limited, but they tended to use, as machine gunners in the Army would say today, accuracy by volume. You get enough people shooting quickly in the same general direction, somebody on the other side is going to get hit.
Attention! Shoulder roll. Forward by the right wheel by the column. Up. What's on the column? John, this gun. Get between the two of them. Go behind it. Go behind the box. Always behind the box. John, follow him. Okay. Tom, take yours. Wheel right in here. Oh, shit.
Right on. That was pretty good, huh? I'm gonna need to hop screens. This cat. Yeah, I just wanted to point something out. Let's see where he's at.
Continental soldiers, British regular troops.
Now, what he's doing here is what I also used to do here in Gettysburg for many years in an official capacity for several different organizations.
Whether you are holding a gun that was made in the United States or in Germany.
And this gentleman would not contest me. We've likely met. Okay, so
Sure the ramrod, ram it down.
Right.
Return the rammer back to its position so that you don't lose or
There. That's a big fat no-no. What he's about to do right there is really basic. That's an absolute, that's bad. That's really bad. Never, ever put a rammer back in a rifle like that. You'll blow your damn hand off. There's a chance that you could take some serious damage from what he's about to do.
for damage it.
That is not the way that you return a rammer. If you guys have ever seen my photos on Instagram or my videos on YouTube, it's a great video, and I love the trust, and the guy's very informational. What he did there And he's talking about drilling a lot and drilling a lot and drilling a lot. Somebody who's drilled a lot knows better than that. That's like basic standard no-no. That's like you learn that day one. You learn that within your first 5 minutes of drill with black powder rifles. You never put a rammer back into the rifle that way, ever. Yes, they do. Yeah. We rarely shoot with bayonets. In reenactments, large reenactments, it's rare that we shoot with bayonets. Pay attention when you're watching modern reenactments. Usually we're not shooting with all those guys in all these videos that you see. I'm probably in some of them. All right. In any event, we don't usually these days. Now, back in the day, a couple hundred years ago, they had to. They did not have time to, you know, to put their bayonets in some scenarios. But these days, with large reenactments, Battle of Cedar Creek, Battle of Monocacy, I've been in about 5 or 6 consistent, same annual large battle reenactments with thousands of guys. We don't, these days, for reenactments, we don't have our bayonets on. It's dangerous. It's dangerous. Anything could happen. With the bayonet on a rifle in a big reenactment, we don't usually. But back in the day, I would think that they would have to. I could find out. Yeah. Most of these guys, if you guys have ever watched, trying to give you all an impact of my surroundings is what I'm trying to demonstrate. A lot of these videos, if you ever watch videos like this from the American Battlefield Trust or the Gettysburg Foundation, stuff like that on YouTube, like I show a lot, that's what Gettysburg's like. And so, come to Gettysburg. Put it on your bucket list. It's worth seeing. If you want to see American history in every different decade, Getty's not just about the Civil War. You never know who you might see walking down the street on any given day. You might run into Sherlock Holmes. Yeah, it's like Gettysburg is like living in a history Disneyland. It is. It's like a living history town. Reenactors everywhere. It's like a living history amusement park, but it's real life. That's Gettysburg. And I've been, you know, surprised, I think, that so many people don't know that. It's such a great place. I'm glad I live here. Ever since dude, I was supposed to go to that. Thank you. Dude, I was planning on doing the anniversary. I've told you this. I was planning on doing the annual Battle of Culloden and the Waterloo 200th. You see, guys, I was not this sick 5 years ago at all. I was likely as healthy as the rest of you. Discerning History made a video about it. Cannot stop watching. Discerning History, I think I did watch it. There was a video I watched just after the 200th Penguin. And it was all reenactor made, and it was all the reenactor camps and the reenactors, and I should have been there. And I was losing my ability to remember things and keep appointments and stuff, so. And on that note, Penguin, there may be a chance that in the next couple of years that I might be going to Waterloo and Agincourt on a vacation. Those two places. Stay in a B&B, tour the battlefield. You want to go? I'm making plans. I want to go see Agincourt and I want to go see Waterloo before I die. Because I've never gotten to see those two battlefields. Which game, buddy? My little brother played Roblox, and he does this game that has hundreds of people attend. And it's like the Revolutionary War. You can control a company. Yeah, I'm a captain of a company. I was a captain of the 57th Virginia. It's like 10 companies and 10 companies, and for Roblox, I'm surprised they keep it so organized. Have no suggestion. Tritty, enjoy your dinner, and thank you again for that sub. Let's see, there we go. Look at that.
Now I am the master. You are the slave. You are in my power.
Who else is in here? My fortunes always change, my friends. The fates punish me so that I learn a lesson, so that I can share what I learned from the lesson with others. And then I'm rewarded if I do something good with the hurdles that I had overcome. So speaks the All-Father. Tritty, enjoy your dinner. I had my dinner. I had some big freaking fat pork. I had some big, I had some big fat pork steaks. I get a big fat pork loin, right, every month, and I cut big boneless fat pork steaks, A1 sauce, Tuscan seasoning, garlic sea salt, nice French baguette, right? I had some nice mashed potatoes with a little bit of dill and some garlic. Watch Turn, finishing up season 1. It's good to see you guys, and thanks for the chatting. Penguin, good to see you. Thanks for kicking it, you guys. I'm glad that we crossed paths. Let's jump back in. Isn't that nuts? Yeah, so that was the one thing about Mr. Lawrence's video that I saw when he's putting... What I was saying about, if you guys look at my photos in Discord, you'll see me putting the ramrod back down with my pinky finger. Everybody knows this. That's why the ramrod has like a little crater. It has like a reverse nipple. So the pinky finger fits in that to slide it in. Why? Because if you hit the top of your rifle with your palm, okay, there could be an air concussion. You just filled it with powder, right? You just filled it with powder. Now you're going to hit it like that with a concussion. The powder could blow a hole in your hand. You're taught that day one. And so that's why I was surprised when I saw that guy like doing that. In any event, thought I would share why. I don't think I finished my thought. I apologize. Yeah, dude, if you put your pinky like that, then it doesn't, you're not covering the whole of the rifle. You don't have that concussion of air. Everybody, you learn that, and I'm surprised that he did that. He did kind of just go like that. He didn't actually hit his palm on it, but still, it's kind of, I don't know. That's what we're taught day one. My video series Excursions into the Past, I used to do some reenacting videos, and I'm hoping to do more. I am going to pursue likely a Rev War or French and Indian War, some kind of reenacting where I am a traitor, where I can just sit in a chair, because my marching days are over. Exactly, Vico. Yeah, like blowing my hand off. My first line of fire ever. The first time I was ever in a line of fire like these cats, right? Like these cats here. The first time I was ever in a line of fire, you guys will laugh. That's how I got my nickname. The first time I was in a line of fire, I didn't. When you pull the hammer back on a flintlock or a musket, right? It's got 2 clicks. So when we're pulling back right here, when he's pulling back his hammer, there's a half cock. It's a half cock, okay? But it's not going to fire your weapon. You have to pull it back another cock into firing position when you actually have your rifle aimed. All right. Well, my very first time, I'm in a reenactment just like this. It's my very first time, right? We're sleeping out in a thunderstorm with rubber blankets and shit. It's 100% hardcore, and I kept forgetting to double cock it. So everybody's firing, but my rifle isn't firing, and everyone's looking at me like, "What's wrong with your rifle?" but it was my first time that I was ever in any like big battle reenactment, and I kept forgetting, I kept spacing, and it wasn't because of MS. It was my first time. I was like, oh shit, you got to pull that bitch back twice. Right on. So that's a lot of fun, man. You guys should get into reenacting. Reenacting's awesome. So when the guys were picking out a hat for me, I had a big old slouch hat, like my black one. I have a big black, it's kind of an Amish looking hat, right? And then I got my keppies. And so the guys were deciding, do I look better in a kepi or a slouch hat? And then I kept half cocking it. I wasn't full cocking it, the rifle. And they said that I looked better in a slouch hat. So I got the name Private Half-Cocked Slouch Hat. Was my first nickname. Private Half-Cocked Slouch Hat. Exactly. I know, but I kept forgetting. I kept forgetting, Penguin. And then I became Colonel Kentucky Coffee Tree. When I'd roam around the battlefield in my Confederate uniform, and I would dress as a 1st or 7th Tennessee under Archer, and I just roam up to people in full first person, and I don't break character. And I introduce myself as Colonel Kentucky Coffee Tree, because there really is such a thing as a Kentucky Coffee Tree. Half-cocked slouch hat. It was funny. We had fun. I've got some photos too. One of my photos where you guys see me standing in line, I don't have a big beard like this, but it's me. I'm a little, like 5-7 years ago. And one of the photos is from one of the days from like 10 years ago. Yeah. One of the days where I did that. And I got this look on my face. And I look younger than I do, a lot younger than I do now. That was fun. You guys, reenacting's a good time. As long as you stay in the year that you're there for, it's a good time. As soon as people start bringing the modern world into your reenactment weekend, for me personally, that dampens things a little bit. I love that immersion. When people start talking about politics, I'll just start talking about Abe Lincoln and Jefferson Davis, because I don't know who Trump and Biden are. Yeah, man. The reason I got into reenacting was, one, to do something with my daughter, but two, most importantly, I wanted to experience what my ancestors experienced firsthand. Third, I wanted to convey that experience to the public in an official capacity. And that is the only purpose of reenactment, period. Don't ever let anyone tell you different. The only purpose of reenactment is to teach history, and that's it. Reenactment, there's no room for politics, there's no room for heritage, there's no room for none of that crap. Reenactment, the purpose of reenactment is to teach history. That's it. It bolsters tourism, of course it does, but teaching history is the primary function of reenacting. And these days, a lot of politics has muddled it, etc., etc. And I have to remind people, it's about teaching people what happened here, what these people experienced, so that you can read what you want to read, and so you can wear what you want to wear, and eat what you want to eat, so you can have your freedoms, and what these guys died for, you know? So, teach that history. That's, for me, that's all there is. That's the purpose of reenacting. That's it. Teach history. No politics, no bullshit, no goofy drama. Reenacting's your ticket, my friend. So, Penguin, if you ever come to Gettysburg, would you want to do artillery? Would you like to do artillery on Pickett's Charge on July 3rd? Because I'd hook you up with the 1st Pensy, and I've got all the gear, and they're a bunch of really good guys. They're history professors, state policemen, doctors, lawyers, etc., a bunch of good guys, and they live fat. Yeah, dude, artillery's easy. Artillery's so simple. and you'd probably be a powder monkey like me, because I was a noob in artillery. Yeah, Picket's Charge. If you ever want to come to Yankee Artillery, 1st Pennsylvania Light Artillery, Battery D, bunch of good guys. And they eat fat. They drink good wine and good tobacco. Yeah. Yeah, I was wondering. I was like, Penguin might want to do artillery, but you could do infantry too. Any of you guys, man. Reenacting is such a good way of life. And I originally coined that. Right on. But I'm yapping. Let's go in and see what the heck's going on. And thanks for the chat, you guys. I miss reenacting. I am going to get out. I think I'm going to have my wheelchair, my electric wheelchair is going to be decorated like a caisson. Right? So they just see this caisson coming. Or like a giant turkey. Where are we at? Here are we at. So we're going to lose San Juan in about a minute. We're not at war with the Cherokee. We're at war with the Chickasaw. And who else? Spain. Chickasaw. And that is it. So I want to find out what the Marshals doing, if we could keep up with them. Yeah, I love artillery, man. And artillery is pretty easy. I mean, you have to pull the lanyard to be on the actual cannon crew where you're actually ramming the rod, pulling the lanyard. You have to be certified. You have to take a government test. But to be on the rest of the crew, like powder monkey, passing off gunpowder and stuff like that, you don't have to be. Anybody can do that. A 14-year-old can do it that's the legal age, 14 years old, to do reenactment events that involve any kind of firearms in the Park Service here in the USA. So 14-year-olds can get into reenacting, can march, can fire gunpowder rifles for the Park Service. And more should. Scouts, Boy Scouts. He's just going on a raid. No, he's gathering the troops. We're going to go attack something else. So we're along for the ride. We're merkin. I got my bit rate to 5,000, but it's probably still splotchy. My 6,000 bit rate recordings are splotchy. So I record offline. My videos on YouTube, I'm recording at 10,000 bit rate. 60 FPS, super smooth. But streaming's a different story. OBS is a temperamental bitch. No, dude, bring some. I'm already deaf, dude, so I can't tell you. So I'd say bring some earplugs. I think some of the guys wear them. It doesn't matter for me. I can't hear that shit anyway. Yeah, but the thing is, if it's loud for me, it's got to be really loud for you guys. It is loud, and I'm deaf, and it's loud. So it's got to be 10 times as loud for you guys. So shit, Marshall, what are we doing, son? Let's see what Von Steuben's gonna do. These guys keep attacking San Juan, the same damn castle. We are not at war with Great Britain. We will be. These alliances, that's the only script error. These alliances shift and change almost weekly. So while we may have a truce right now with Great Britain, that could change at any time. That's what I've been saying. I'll address that flag. They had a different flag in here. It was like a red banner with a white horse, and I also changed the name to the United Dutch Provinces, and I threw in the appropriate flag, but the model there is all shifty. Obviously, I'm stating the obvious. Let's go, Marshall. What are we doing? He's heading west again. What'd you guys have for dinner? Fort Loudon is where a lot of my friends go to do. I guess there's a bunch of French and Indian War reenactments at Fort Loudon. My friend Charlie, he lives down the street. He's a little older than me. Another federal agent. But he used to do Civil War, but now he's older, as he shared with me, and I shared with you guys. He's too old to do Civil War as a private. He would have to portray an officer, and he doesn't want to be an officer, so he shifted, and now he does French and Indian War, because it really doesn't matter what age you are for French and Indian War. And he told me that they do a lot of reenactments and living history encampments. Encampments are fun, man. You're just camping back in history for the weekend. At Fort Loudon, I've never been there. I'd love to go there. I'd love to go see it. I've never been there. But he told me about it. My buddy lives about a mile away. Chai tea, grown by the Dalai Lama himself. It's guarded by magical yetis. Harvested in the awesome soil in a fantastical land called Shangri-La. Drink your tea. My doctor says it cures everything, tea. Doctor, my doctor, Doctor Who. We're gonna go camp for the night. We're gonna have to go find some enemies to attack. I'm following the marshal is what I'm doing, and I hope he's actually gonna do something with his authority here. Oh, he's having a feast. Oh, we didn't change this one. We didn't change the castle yet. So we didn't finish this one. So it's really not going to matter if I stand on the table because we didn't finish this scene. Hey, have you guys seen King Harless? Right on. So we got some buddy points with him. Marquis de Lafayette. So Lafayette is having a feast. And so what is happening with the war, sir? Ooh, we got some more wars going on with the Chickasaw, Choctaw, Ojibwa, the Kingdom of Spain. We need to go find some enemies to fight. Been cruising around too much. Less talking, more raiding. I changed the entire soundtrack. There's some sounds from the sounds folder, like birds and sound effects, that I need to address. The reverb and whatnot. We need to head east. We need to find some action. He's leading us all over the country. He's not doing shit. Now she loaded correctly. Oh my dear, your poor neck. So she loaded correctly, where a lot of the girls, and I had to fix all the ladies. The old dresses were loading, the old like Roddock green dresses and shit. And some of them didn't have hair, and some of them had bonnets, didn't have bonnets. Anyway, they were messed up, so I had to go over all these girls, and I fixed most of them. What's the rundown on her? She's a lady of the highest moral standards. She'll be completely put off if we are forward. She will think us a cad and a rogue. We'll, oh, if you guys have never played this, the arenas in this, the tournament is different, and I need to get rid of all the Nordic buildings. I guess we'll chill. See what happens. This is a duet from Mount Vernon, I believe. Yeah. No, I think these two are from Colonial Williamsburg. The singers that we just listened to. It's a duet. And they sing at Colonial Williamsburg. My daughter wants to do full-time living history at Colonial Williamsburg. And she can. The alliance between Province of Quebec and Senti Nation. Welcome to Colradia, gentlemen. We thought we'd bring a little bit of England with us, so we decided to build some castles. All right, the girls are looking good. They still got white hair, though. Right on. These girls were so messed up, man. They were like bald with Rodak dresses on. One lady had an Indian head. She was the best. I'm telling you. We were going to marry her with the Indian head. It was great. Yeah, so I worked on those dresses. Need to make those boots look. Those are great boots, by the way. You can get those downtown for like 200 bucks. Those are really great boots. So General Pulaski, and I'm throwing some more famous, historically accurate characters in here. I'm going to put like Paul Bunyan riding a giant python. It's going to be awesome. So we're doing nothing. We should be headed out. He was a traitor. What, Robert E. Lee's grandfather, great-grandfather? Nathaniel Greene. We're doing nothing, so I don't know. We could go patrol. The General Washington's not here yet. The army's sitting on its hands. General Morgan. We need to attack Cumberland. I don't know why we haven't attacked Cumberland yet. That's General Washington. He's got 300 troops. Mr. Inja, what's shaking? If somebody's in the house, give that man a shout out, please. Rock and roll. What's happening, buddy? Let's go catch. Come on, let me out of here. Let's go get General Washington. We'll stick with General Washington if we can catch him. Cheers to you, sir. Good to see you, pal. I lurked on your stream a couple times. You've been busy. Yeah, you've been streaming a lot. Oh, you had all your teeth pulled out. Oh, dude. I'm getting there. I'm catching up with you. Well, I hope you recover sooner than later. Am I in? There we are. Yeah, man. Recover soon. Good to see you, pal. Yeah. Oh, I see. I see. Yeah, because I saw you were on a lot. I'd stop in for a few, see what you were up to. Busy, busy. Happy Turkey Day to you. This puff's for you. Oh, this puff's for you, sir. Mr. Inja, you're a trip, bro. Yeah, man, happy Turkey Day to you. Dude, I'm telling you what. I'm telling you what, man. You know, it's not going to happen. Oh, look at this, right? You see me? Yeah. All right. Oh, I got to turn that game music down. Sorry about that. So I'm getting a new electric wheelchair. Compliments of my kind, lifelong friends, mostly. Compliments mostly to a good friend of mine who owns the company that built Big Ben. But I want to put a great big freaking turkey around the wheelchair, right? Like a parade float, okay? And then I could put, I don't know, like a turkey costume on. I could put a Benjamin Franklin rubber mask on, right? I've got the clothes to dress up like Benjamin Franklin. Dude, could you see it next Thanksgiving? I could be flying around town, the American flags, in my turkey wheelchair, yelling, save the turkeys, liberty or death, liberty for the turkeys. Dude, I could put all kinds of freaking crazy freaking floats around a freaking electric wheelchair, man. You kidding me? A Viking ship? Luke Skywalker's hovercraft? I'd have a freaking blast. Dude, it's Gettysburg. I'd be on the national news. Have you seen the guy in the crazy wheelchair with the turkey? Oh, man. Fun times coming up. I'm mobile in Gettysburg again? Are you shitting me? I'm the guy who used to ride around the battlefield pointing at strangers and rebel yelling as loud as I possibly could. They never forget it. They never forgot me. Dude, this puff's for you. Oh, everybody knows. You go to Gettysburg and say, hey, do you know Daryl? Everybody knows Daryl. Happy Turkey Day to you. This puff's for you. Rock and roll. My daughter is coming for Thanksgiving for the first time in a long time. Me and my daughter haven't had Thanksgiving together in years. She's always with her mom's family. Her grandparents are very old. And so I don't mind her spending time with her grandparents. They're very elderly. But this year she's coming to have Thanksgiving with me on Friday. And so it's going to be memorable. I'm very excited. Oh, hell yeah, we'll be streaming. We'll see what she doesn't mind if I'm streaming. See what she wants to stream. We'll do something fun. She could comment a lot on this time period, my daughter. She knows a lot about colonial days. A lot of little history that I don't know. It's nice to see all of you guys who stopped in tonight. It's nice, man, coming on. You all roll in here just to say hi. Thanks for being thoughtful, each and every one of you. Just smoking like 48 hours. This one's for you. I just smoked a big joint when I started the stream. All day long. All day long. From sun up until just a couple hours ago. My stomach, man, freaking turning with the queasy, right? I take one puff, the nausea goes away in 5 minutes. You know, that's why I'll puff that, because I'm like queasy. And as a kind cheers to my green friends. Itchy, good to see you, buddy. What's happening? I was thinking about you today. Wonder where you've been, what you've been up to. Itchy or wild man. Dude, I miss you. I'll be on your stream soon hanging out, bro. See what you're up to. Smoking bush. Right on. Yeah, you guys are both ex-military, both of you. And thank you for giving of your time. And everything you had so the government can spend my tax dollars. Got my eyes tested today for new glasses and they said I have one risk factor of glaucoma. Really? I hope you don't have glaucoma. Keep it monitored occasionally. You know what I mean? I ain't telling you nothing you don't already know, man. All these illnesses that, I don't know, man. I used to think I knew what all these illnesses were until I got them. Like glaucoma, I kind of got an idea what that is. I know it's bad. I hope you don't, man. I hope you don't. Itchy or wild, man. That was the thought crossing my mind today. I wonder what Itchy's up to. He's a wild man. You bunch of stoners. We didn't even get into a battle yet. We gotta find a battle. The Continental Army's sitting on his freaking hands. General Washington is headed back to Philadelphia. So I'm going to stick with the general because our marshal isn't doing shit. Right on, Itchy. Dude. It's 9 o'clock. Have an awesome rest of your night, bro. I hope.
Drink from your skull!
Right on. Thank you, Itchy, for the kind thoughts, bro. You have an excellent rest of your night, and I hope you don't have glaucoma. I'll see you on your stream soon. See what you're up to. Let's find a battle. I have to continue modding this and then start again. Like I changed some of the names of the towns, like Allegheny, I added that. Green Mountaineers. We got the whole damn army just sitting in here not doing shit. Come on, boys. We got the whole army. Let's use it. Let's use it. I got to change this scene. I haven't changed this castle scene yet. So that's Lafayette's attitude. We're chilling. I'm waiting for the army to actually do something. We've got the whole army here. We should either attack the enemy or send the army home. We're sitting around getting drunk, getting fat. I know these guys aren't complaining, but we can't win the war while we're at peace. You like that logic, huh? We have to win. We have to take over the whole continent. It's laggy in the overland map, all the units. Are we under siege? No, we're not under siege. No way. No one would be stupid enough to siege us out with the whole army there. We're sitting here at this feast. What's up? Let's go find some trouble. These guys ain't doing shit. Who's got the most troops? Send Green to attack Cumberland. The whole army's sitting around having a feast. They ain't doing shit. I attacked the bandit lair. Oh, that was bad. That was bad. I took a freaking mini ball right in the neck. We almost won. I think there was like 2 bandits left. There was 3 of us and they took us out. I took a bullet right in the neck. I failed the quest. Oh, peace with Spain. Come on. Come on. It's a video game. We want war. It's these banditos. Fort Loudon, I want to go there. These guys sitting around feasting, they ain't doing shit. Let's catch up with General Washington. See what he's up to. What's up, King George? I don't know if he would take us as a vassal or not. I know he'll take us as a general. He'll take us as a commissioned officer once we get 150 renown, but he might take us after 50. We're still a mercenary at the moment. So what are we up to? What are we doing? We'll stick with General Washington. I don't think we're going to lose. Yeah, he's got like 300 troops. Yeah, we'll stick with Jam and George. Let's go, sir. So we had our annual National Remembrance Day Parade this last weekend. And is a huge, I should say it's an international event. Reenactors come to Gettysburg from all over the world. A lot of Polish reenactors. These screens are very nice. The artwork is fabulous. Let's go, go, go. Blue Ridge, I added that in. Some of the names were a little strange. And so I put in more accurate names of towns that were there at the time and are still there, a lot of them. Senpai, what's shakin'? I hope you're doing well, Will, and thanks for always lurking. Feel free to chat, man, don't be shy. And I hope I see you streaming again soon, Will. Soratown. Let's go, go, go. Man, we need to attack Fort Cumberland. Fort Cumberland, I'd love to have Fort Cumberland. I'd like to take that myself. But as you guys can see, we're not tough enough. Far from it. Those Philadelphia Dragoons going into battle with their freaking nipples sticking out. They're all shirtless tough guys. Rock and roll. I'll stick with the Philly Dragoons. Right on. Let's make sure these guys are in the right rank and file. We're far from being... If I end my mercenary contract, I find a fortress that is under siege. The siege weakens the fortress. It allows me to take the fortress very easily and then quickly swear an oath of allegiance to the United States colonies in George Washington. And then you keep the fortress and the adjoining villages. That's what I try to do, especially with the city if possible. And that's why I'm trying to build up my engineering skill with my companions as well. And they're getting there. George Rogers Clark, how's that riding skill, sir? He's got a 3. I should have him on a better horse by now. Yep, he's good to go. Man, we're hurting for grub. We need to get some food. Right back to war with Great Britain. We need to take a fortress. We're right back at war with Spain within 1 day. These wars and alliances are made and broken like every single day. They're changing every day. I like it. It keeps you busy, keeps you on your toes. I usually only concern myself with news about the USA. And I also forgot we had that siege. I need to swap my weapons back out. Take that double-barreled musket, man. That thing's a freaking killer. Yeah, we need some grub. Let's find out what the army is doing. He's headed towards our marshal, so I'm sticking with General Washington. He's going to hook up with our marshal as it is. So I'll stick with the big man, with the big wig. We're headed north. Horatio Gates, General Gates. Mount Vernon has a series, a video series. It's 3 parts. It's about an hour and a half long. We'll stick with General Washington. We'll keep getting paid. We still have a ways to go in renown, level, strength, rank and file, the size of our own regiment. So we still have a ways to go. So I'm going to keep getting that mercenary coin and getting those American colonial enemies breathing fire down our freaking backsides. Oh, that's good. Put a nice cinnamon stick in your hot tea this winter, you guys. Man, I hope you guys get to enjoy some nice hot cinnamon apple cider this winter. You guys like apple cider? I love that hot apple cider. The cinnamon stick. You guys know a good cider? I know a good cider. You know I know a good cider. Those crows gotta go. We gotta hear turkeys. I'm gonna put turkey gobbles in there to replace those freaking Viking crows. That's right, Ben Franklin's turkeys, baby. Let's go, General Washington. Pardon me, sir. Where did you get your wig? I always wanted to do Rev War. See where the Army's going to take us. What better way to chat and chill on Twitch-O-Rama, on Twitch Vision, here in Wonkaville, than cruising with the freaking Army in 1776. And Albany's awesome. West Point, rock and roll. We got to find Brandywine in here. We got to find all these important Pennsylvania battlefields. Put them in here. We're headed north. Awesome. About time, man. I'm sick of being down south fighting Spain. That's all we've been doing. It's like Napoleonic Wars. Holy hell. I bet you we're going for Montreal. We've been allied with the French provinces and the Iroquois, which is a total turnaround. Going for Montreal. Awesome. I'm going to need my Kentucky rifle. I'd like to add an old Pensy rifle to my collection. Bitchin'! We're going to die. Holy shit, we're going to die in Montreal. Penguin's going to come collect our body. Shit, we need some grub. We need some food. Let's go find some food. Banditos. Brigadier Admiral Jenga, Lord of Emmitsburg. Right on. Does it look awesome now or before? What's happening, buddy? Good to see you. High five. What's shaking, buddy? It will be when we're done. What's shaking, Brigadier? How are you? Share your day with me. We are besieging. Right on. Right on, man. Yeah, I was just thinking about those Shamrock Shakes and that McDonald's in your town. Yeah. So we're besieging Montreal. Rock and roll. I'm gonna need my Kentucky rifle for that. I've got no that doesn't have shit for accuracy. That double barrel musket. It doesn't have range at all. I gotta be close with that sucker. Right on. So we bought a book. We just bought some booze. Rock and roll. My cam's in the way. The reason that I don't put my cam down here is because I want you guys to see how many bullets I have and see my health points. Rock and roll, dude. And thanks for saying what you said. But we're besieging Montreal. We need some grub. And what's shaking, man? How have you been? How are things down yonder? Where's Georgie? This is great, man. We're attacking Montreal. Awesome. I've been wanting to get back up north. We've been stuck down south for like 2 weeks fighting the Spanish. And I'm like, when are we going to get back up north where we belong? Up by Boston, Philadelphia, Baltimore, fighting the English. Yep, we need to go raid while we're waiting for these guys to besiege the sucker. We should have enemies coming from where? Quebec, probably. We'll take a stroll, see if we run into some enemies other than farmers. We're still frontiersmen. Right, I have a hodgepodge of troops here. Let's level these guys up. So I added some custom troops in as usual. The Lexington troops I put in there. Right on. Dragoons, grab another Lee's Legion. Let's see how these guys are doing. Sharpshooter, sharpshooter, infantry, 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 infantry. Our Rangers, I need to fix their backpacks on their uniforms. Sharpshooters, cav, cav, cav. Anna Strong from Turn. Our favorite smoking colonial hottie. And she's a killer. She's got grenades. Holy shit, did you guys see the grenades in here? There's freaking great big flame pillars and shit. It's fucking gnarly. These guys are set. They're all solid. Yours truly. I'm Captain Yours Truly from the frontier of Kentucky. We need some grub. Oh, dude, I'm rewatching it again. It's so well done, I think. I've always been interested to hear what my daughter has to say about the fashion. Because she would know. In any historical film, my daughter would know what is accurate and what isn't in regard to what they're wearing. Yeah. I wouldn't. Some periods, like Civil War for guys, but, you know, I do what I do. So, we need some food. Yes, we do. Grub. Keep these guys fat and happy, preferably drunk. And so we have 3 villages to supply up here, waiting on that siege.
Oh no!
Oh no! I didn't know we were supposed to report to him. I missed the quest. I spaced. Whatever. We can still go join in the fray, right? Yes, we can. And so I should have fixed this already. Right on. Let's grab some serious booze. Nine. Good deal. Lots of corn. Right on. Keep that morale up. Good deal. Oh, yeah, I modded the eye patch. The eye patch had like a skull and crossbones on it, but I wanted to wear an eye patch because I got a bad left eye from MS. Some of us wear an eye patch, but I took the crossbones off, and so I modded the eye patch so it's just an eye patch. Rock and roll, look at the sombreros, awesome. Prussian 7th, look at that. Ooh, good stuff. Scottish infantry with accoutrements. You see this is broken. You see how that's broken? The texture's missing. So what I'll do with this uniform to fix it is I'll replace it with something that isn't broken. And then we will have a finished mod to play with. Look at this, it's awesome. Look at that French general's uniform, it's kick-ass. Look at that. I redid the overcoats. That brown one I haven't worked on yet. This is really nice, that blue civilian's outfit. Good stuff. Yeah, Lee's Legion, look at that. Nice. 2 rifles. Bitchin'. Rock and roll. What do we got here? Russian musketeer. I love the uniforms. Continental officer. Bitchin', bitchin'. That will be gone. That will be gone. Anything in here that's vanilla warband will be removed. These are missing textures. This is missing textures, and so I'll replace that. Here's the pirate. The pirate I love this. Is fucking awesome. This is great. Look at this. Look at this. He's freaking Captain Hook. He's from freaking Robin Hood. He's a Disney character, man. He's roaming around Disney and shit, giving out candy. Holy hell. I love it. All these pirate assets that are in the mod originally are fun. They're a lot of fun. Yeah. Bitchin'. Ah, we already got grub, right? Let's check out the tavern. Let's see how we did. Because I modded the scenes. And so a lot of these taverns and shit, a lot of these a lot of these locations were not finished, and so you were going into Old Calradia. So I fixed them all. I went through at least the towns and forts where we will be visiting. I've addressed those so that we can live stream. I know how much you guys miss King Harless. He's more famous than John Paul Jones these days. I redid that coat. That coat, I redid that. I'm going to make it more blue. He's missing boots. I'll address that. But he's got that coat on. The coat was really splotchy. It was really pixelated. So right on. I've been having fun with this, trying to improve it a little bit. And having fun with it. You guys sound awesome together. You guys sing. You guys are great. You're my favorite. You're better than the Brady Bunch. Let's scoot. Castle. Yep. I did the castle. That fabric needs to be changed. Right on. And so I've gone through to try to make these places all look similar. She's half Kurgat. Half Kurgat. So you see the things that I need to change. I need to address that because I don't want to see the Mountain Blade stuff in here. And then it will be a complete mod. And so most of this stuff I've already addressed, but I need to start a new playthrough in order for the new changes to kick in. You guys know the drill. That's a splendid hat, sir. Splendid hat. If you guys aren't going to eat that grub, let's get the hell out of here. Corn. These guys are freaking corn happy. I'm telling you. They must be from Chicagoland. Where you going, deserters? What's he kicking? 4.4? Dipped in white paint. Yeah, it's just the textures. There's either the texture's missing or it's not assigned to it. So I don't have the mods. I don't have the mod source, so I can't go in and mod the mod source. And so simple fix is just replace it with something that works. So we can move forward and play and have fun, you know? The only other option is to make a new mod from scratch, which I thought about doing for Rev War. We're gonna catch this honky? Yeah, we are. Oh, you guys are in trouble. You guys are in big trouble. You got a bunch of bloodthirsty Blue Ridge, Lower Dutch Appalachian freaking bandito hunters coming after you. Oh, you're the Free Brothers. Oh man, we are gonna make that uniform all bloody. So one Christmas, went to my brother's house, and he's a Christian, and he had this white Christmas tree, and he got like the red tinsel all the way around the tree, and he goes, "What do you think of the tree?" I said, "It looks like you slaughtered your dinner with the chainsaw here in the living room, and it splattered all over the white tree." So I went back the next day, and he had replaced the tinsel with silver tinsel instead of the red tinsel. All these guys are dead, mate. Famous last words, right? Let's go. Something invisible in the way? That was that. Yeah, see, these guys got Lee's cavalry uniforms on, but that white could use some texture. Fun little skirmish. By the power of Thor. Am I stuck? I am. I'm stuck on something. Help! The snow's so deep. The snow is so deep. Look at these guys. They look great. Oh, you guys are freaking killers. Holy shit. I redid this backpack. Yep. There was another white textured one that was shimmering. So right on. Pardon me. Go home, boys. Look at him. He looks awesome. 84th, man. 84th Highlanders. Right there. I was looking for these guys. I need to find their kits. Because because I got some surprises. There's going to be a couple of 84th guys in the game as companions. We already have one of our friends in the game. We just have to find him. Isn't that fun? Let me turn the volume down. Oh, I love that shit. Man, I gotta figure this out. This has been bugging me. Like when I do an alert like that, it doesn't show up on my chat screen. Boom. There we go. That's gonna be fun. So New Year's Eve, I will likely be here by myself. Poor Daryl. My daughter might be here, but I doubt it. She'll probably be at some punk rock show. And, but we're supposed to be doing 84th Highlander. I think Glenn said that they're going to do the New Year's Eve Multiple Sclerosis. So I will also be streaming. I will also be raising funds to redirecting people to the 84th charity. I won't be running my own. I'll be contributing to the 84th charity with my own live stream. And I'll be playing multiplayer with the 84th again, as always on New Year's. Yeah, we're going to have some fun with this mod. All you guys that hang out all the time. All you guys that hang out. Dab and Dan. So were you around for the fundraiser for New Year's for the MS Society last New Year's? I think in the end Dan and Glenn raised like $2,000 like in an hour. It was insane. I couldn't believe it. But eventually we raised a bunch. I raised several hundred right in the channel that I redirected from. So I'm glad I could help and contribute. I'm glad that those guys did that and made me feel a part of something, and hopefully I had something to do with inspiring them to do the good deeds that they do. You guys all inspire me to keep my chin up. Thank you so much for all those 55-gallon drums of ice cream. Rock and roll. Glad to see you guys on Twitch. I missed ya. I've been having a hard time staying awake this past week. I don't think I've streamed for like 10 days. It's freaking cold out. Trying to get this house busted out. I want to get outside. We're going to sit out there with a hobo drum, right? A hobo drum that you put the logs in. We're going to have a fire out there. Yep. And then we can interview the firemen when they show up on live stream. That was a silly little fight. We need to get into a big battle, huh? Yes, we do. It's good to see you, Brigadier. And all you guys who stopped in tonight. Awesome. There we go. Yeah, I spaced on that quest. I was supposed to report to the marshal. So we're still making some bank. It's not too bad. We haven't lost a lot of money. That's why I wanted to invest in some whiskey. You notice the dialogue said like oil press, so the dialogues haven't been changed yet. The dialogue should say whiskey distillery. So I've opened up 3 whiskey distilleries, right? Big Ben's whiskey. How about that? Makes you feel fine in the nick of time. Oh shit, the siege is on. We got 1,500 men. Yeah, I doubled the size of the garrison, but they already knocked it down. They got 1,500. We're going to camp out. We'll wait till these guys lose some more blood before we spill ours. We're just a poor mercenary ship. We're just rangers. These guys are full out Continental Army. Those Continentals seem like they're the toughest too. The straight up Continental troops, the blue coats, yeah, they're pretty tough. Wait till he wears this down, see if the Brits show up. I get shot once, I'll be dead anyway. What's my health? I got 100% health. George Rogers Clark should be healthing up soon. Looks like Anna took some bullets too. Mercenary Dragoon, sharpshooters. Right on, sharpshooters. Cool, cool, cool. So the Remembrance Day Parade and the Lincoln giving the Gettysburg Address reenactment, the national official Remembrance Day Parade here in Gettysburg, and Remembrance Day weekend just happened this last weekend. I've been posting some videos. Hope you guys tune in, check some of that stuff out, because I get my new wheelchair. We'll be out at a lot of places around this really cool battlefield. I can't wait to get out. I'm so excited. Shout outs and special thanks to all the folks, kind folks, generous folks who donated to my wheelchair fundraiser for my birthday. We're going to take Montreal. And then we're going to lose Montreal. And then I want to take Montreal. Marines. Marines by their hats. Hunting bandits. I killed 3 of them. Right on, Brigadier. Good to see you, buddy. So let's go jump into Montreal. Oh yeah, they're done. Right on time. Time to go hit Montreal. Those sharpshooters. Oh yeah, we're all hurting. We're all hurting. Rock and roll. Let's go, go, go. Let's put these Spanish horsemen up here until we go to war with Spain again. Then we need to get rid of them. General Gates. The flags, by the way, that I modded, I took those out of Total War. Empires. Oh, right in the noggin. Come on, boys, attack. Yeah, they're all freaking jacked up. Look at this shit. Shooting fish in a barrel. That's bad. We'll try that again. Hey man, sleep well, rest well, and have a safe and successful day tomorrow. Have an awesome Thanksgiving. Happy Turkey Day. Have fun, man. Keep smiling. Enjoy your Turkey Day. We must be in Illinois. I shot one man dead. Right on, Montreal is ours. No companions to be found. All right. We have a ways to go. We're going to replace those with turkey gobbles. Yeah, we're all hurting after that siege. I lost half my men. General Washington lost at least 100 men. Crashing on that tavern in Philly. Try that again. That's fun. Oh, I just had to change that freaking Tail Worlds video. I like the French version with Marie Antoinette. Man, that must have been cold. I love the episode of, I recently watched the episode of Turn, where they cross the Delaware. I think based on Abe's intelligence has collected spying data. Right on. Man, it must have been cold. I'd like to go there and see where they kicked off. That would be fun.
with your breeches of deerskin and jackets of brown, with your red woolen caps and your moccasins, come to the gathering summons of trumpet and drum. Come down.
Deja voodoo. Old Bedford Village is there now. It's a living history village. We do reenactments there. It's a really cool little living history village. If you're ever traveling the country, 76 across Route 76, 1776, across Pennsylvania, stop in Old Bedford Village. It's fun. It's like we lost George. Germantown's not even an hour away. Too bad. Looks like we're keeping Montreal. We'll be back at war with Great Britain in a couple of days. In the meantime, we need to build up our rank and file. Build up a company. Sticking with Washington, smart thing to do. Build up buddy points with General Washington and win more battles because he has a fat army. Marshall's calling up the troops. So we're at war with the Choctaw and the Creek, so we're headed south again. It's a nice road sody. Love to feel road apples along the way. See what the president's up to. We're getting the shit rated out of us. We better do something about it. Dota, what's happening, buddy? Pretty good. Thank you very much for asking. Pretty good. How are you? It's nice to see ya. We're at war with the Chickasaw again. We're right back at war with Great Britain in 2 days. That's good. How's Dota doing? Pretty good. I'll have Thanksgiving after Thanksgiving. My daughter's coming to visit, so it's going to be a good weekend. And we're playing some 1776. You probably played this. Yeah. Yeah. Dota. It's nice to see ya.
With your red woolen caps and your moccasins come to the gathering summons of trumpet and drum. Come down with your rifle, let's bring.
There we are, back in the freaking treehouse. Right on. Indeed. I'm having fun with this. It's needs a lot of work, you know. It needs a lot of work. But it's fun, nonetheless. We haven't run into King Harless yet, but you never know. If we run into King Harless, we're going to make him into Paul Bunyan. Oh, I freaking love this, you guys. Come on. Sing it if you know it. Dance if you don't. Rock and roll. Man, he sure can dance, can he? That's fun. It is fun. It's nice to see you guys. Thank you, everybody, for stopping in tonight. I am going to sign off. It's getting late. I have a lot to do ahead of me the next couple of days. And I might see you all tomorrow on Thanksgiving. We'll do something turkey related. We're going to go round up some wild turkeys and go for a wild ride. Never know. Thanks for tuning in, y'all. Thanks for kicking it. I'm doing better than I have been the past couple of months. And thanks for the company. Thanks for the kind company. Thanks for the thoughtful, positive attitudes. Wishing you all a good turkey day. Keep smiling, y'all. Be safe. Wishing you the rest of your week is truly successful. Make some good memories this weekend. See you guys real soon. Maybe see you tomorrow for Thanksgiving. I'll be kicking it. Keep smiling, y'all. Be safe. If you want to see more of this mod, stay tuned to my YouTube channel.
So nevermore shall we see you